Hi Aries, and welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia, and today I'm pulling energies and messages for the month of December for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So if this reading isn't resonating with you Aries, then don't worry about it. Just pop over to one of my other videos, check one of your other placements. I'm sure you'll find yourselves in there somewhere. And I'm also doing a sneak peek to the first week of January. And with that being said, I'm also running a poll over on the community about what readings you'd like to see over Christmas and New Year, whether it would be a retrospective of 2025 or predictions for 2026. So head on over there and cast your vote if you want to have your say. And with that, Aries, I'm just going to jump straight into your reading for the month. We're doing a Celtic cross. It's always the most comprehensive spread for a monthly overview. On this side of the table, we will go into the crossing. That'll be your current energies, what you're leaving behind and what you're looking towards. On this side of the board, it will be your pathway. So it'll be any trials, challenges and triumphs that you might encounter throughout December. And then we'll finish off by looking at your first week of January, having a little chat about that. And then we'll close with some advice from the universe. So if you're good, Aries, so are we. We're ready to rock and roll. Can we please see the month of December for Aries, please? The month of December for Aries. The month of December, please. The month of December for Aries. Whoop. The month of December for Aries, please. The month of December for Aries. The month of December for Aries, please. What's coming for Aries this December? Aries, please. Okay, in your current energy, the Queen of Pentacles. Crossing you, the Ace of Wands. In your exit, you have the Three of Wands. Supporting the reading, the King of Swords. In your crown, the Five of Cups. Oh, Aries. And looking forwards in your focus, the Hermit. Well, you've got the Five of Cups in your crown, so I'm not surprised that the old Hermit's in your focus. Doing a little bit of, I say it's healing, reflecting, trying to move on from something. Your energy expanded outwards. Something crossed your path that was quite exciting, new, and wonderful. But your focus is on Five of Cups, which means you're experiencing some kind of loss. Something's missing. A person or a situation, doesn't have to always be a person, but with you going in the Hermit energy there and your focus, you're actually withdrawing yourself from the world a little bit this time, Aries, throughout December, and entering a really deep reflective and healing period over something that occurred in your past with that Three of Wands. But supporting reading the King of Swords, there's some truths, and I believe that these are truths that home truths, self truths. Some of you may be talking to other energies and might be having discussions with them that are actually bringing some things to light, but at the moment it's just a lot of self-care, a lot of healing, especially with the Queen of Pentacles there. You're looking after you, yours alone, and maybe trying to move forward from whatever that was, but we will clarify further, so don't worry about it, Aries. We're going to go into it. Okay, let's just have a quick look at the crossing before we jump in and clarify the cards. Can we look at the crossing, please? The crossing for Aries for December, the crossing. For Aries, the crossing. Yeah, the Seven of Swords in the higher self advice. The Five of Swords in the energy that surrounds you. You might not be aware of it. The King of Pentacles in your hopes and fears. And in the outcome, we've got the Eight of Swords. Oh, this is an emotionally kind of rocky month for you, Aries. I don't know what it is you've just been through. I don't know, I kind of get the feeling that what you've been through, you're still going through it. It's almost something that you're striving for, but it's just kind of maybe going through a bit of a rocky patch. That Seven of Swords in the higher self advice is really kind of more like, are you being honest with yourself? This is all very, very internal. I'm not seeing anyone else, at least as yet, we're not clarified. I'm not seeing anyone else being deceptive in your energy, but there might be a little bit of self-deception going on there. Especially in this Five of Swords, that you may or may not be aware of a Five of Swords. Well, usually if that's coming from another energy, you're well aware of it. And that there's some inner conflict going on. Something around your stability, or at least the energy of stability, is coming in for you. So that's some good news there, Aries, with the King of Pentacles. And then in the exit is the Eight of Swords. I don't know whether or not you're actually able by the end of December to shake off this feeling of, it's kind of like sadness, but it's like you're trying to soldier through regardless. And maybe things are a little bit brighter than you currently can see there, Aries. So I'm going to jump in and clarify and see exactly what's going on. We're going to start with your core energy here, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and see what's going on with her and what she's about. I'm also noticing not much fire on the table, guys. Like we've got Three of Wands in the exit. Do you have the Ace of Wands crossing you? So that's your ace. So something for you that you are excited about is coming in. But very, very much, yeah, swords energy. Swords and Pentacles. So you might be overthinking. Feeling grounded though, which is really good. You're trying to ground yourself. And of course we have the marrying king and queen on the table, the queen of and king of pentacles. So this may be a little bit of a, you know, tip of the hat to there being another energy with you on this journey. But we will see as we clarify there. Okay, can we see the Queen of Pentacles, please? The Queen of Pentacles. What's going on with the Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles. The Magician. Yeah, you're trying to do something. Yeah, the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's something new, something that you are trying to focus on. I don't know whether or not you failed at whatever this was in the past, or you're just kind of overthinking it. It could be a new person, it could be a new situation coming in, but you're like, yeah, I'm here, I'm with it, so long as it's good for you, though. I think that's maybe where you're taking your time. You're like, so is this good for me? I'm with it. It's new. We've got two aces, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. You have your heart is in it, it's heart aligned. You're willing to put action towards it, whatever it is. You're making a plan to move towards it, whatever it or they are, with the Knight of Cups there as well. So you're trying to manifest from the heart, which is great. But I'd like to know what that Five of Cups is. But I'm going to go to the exit. I'm going to go to the past just for a second here, Aries. Just give us some context. No, I'm not. I'm going into the crossing. We're going into the Ace of Wands. Sorry, Aries. I'm a little bit rusty. Right, okay. So over the Ace of Wands. Oh no, that's too many cards. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry. That was a little nudge from the universe that I'm back to front. So I'm glad that happened. Oh well, we got the Six of Wands anyway. That just came out. That literally just came out on the table when I just put that back in. The Eight of Wands and oh, there's the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles here across two different decks. There's another energy here, very equal to you, or it could be yourself. I think it is yourself though, because there's communication. There's definitely you and another energy on the table here. Between communication, both of you want what's best out of the situation and for each other. And it feels really good. The Six of Wands. I believe this is a person, as this is now the energy spreading out on the table. I don't know what you're sad about though. But let's go into the Three of Wands and see what's in the exit there. Can I get the Three of Wands in the exit, please? Ten of Swords in reverse. Are we reversed? Yeah, we're all reversed, but I take on reversed. The Nine of Swords and the King of Cups in reverse. What? Okay, so someone withdrew from you, or your heart space disconnected here from someone, something, could possibly be yourself. You went straight into your head. You're still there because you've got a lot of swords on the table. But it was you're not as bad as you were in the past. It was over, I think, an ending. But an ending, I think, that might have come back around. I'm not surprised there, Aries. We are bang in the middle of retrograde season. We're coming out of it soon, though. So it was somebody that you had feelings for, deep feelings for in the past. And now you're trying to revive them because you've gone from king to knight. But the king's upside down in the past. The knight's the right way up in the present. So you're telling me like, yeah, do you know what? I'm into this. I miss this person. I had something with this person, but you want to take your time a little bit. You're not throwing all your emotions in there, which is really good at Aries. And again, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a situation. I'm getting person because we've got this Queen of Pentacles here. All right, okay, we've got two on the table. All right, can I get the Five of Cups, please, and the crowning? What's this upset? What are you upset about, Aries? What's something's bothering you about this? Okay, can I get the Five of Cups, please? Yeah, the Three of Pentacles reversed. We're not reversed this time. The Two of Cups, yeah. The Six of Swords, yeah. Yeah, you're worried it's not going to work again, pretty much. Six of Swords is a card of moving on. Two of Cups, but you've moved on, but then reconnected. We're all connected with whoever this is. And then Three of Pentacles reversed, not working. It's either currently not working out as you'd hoped, or you don't think it will. So you're just reluctant to put all of your emotions there, and you're just kind of taking your time with it. All right, can I get the King of Swords, please? The King of Swords? King of Swords? Well, which way do I want to read? This way. Yeah, there we go. Six connection. Soul connection. Six of Cups. Reverse Temperance. This came around unexpectedly, didn't it? Yeah, Ace of Wands. You're being very clear with me today, Aries, and I really, really do appreciate that, so thank you. But that also means this message is very, very specific. So if it's not resonating, check another placement as they come out. But the Ace, you've got the Ace of Wands, so you're like, yeah, this situation's been on your mind here. There's a conversation or truth coming to light soon about what happened in the past. It's coming around quite quickly, quicker than you expected. It's actually a little bit quicker than you're ready for, I'll admit, from the cards on the table. But it is a deep soul connection that you're experiencing here. So you're going to hear them out. You're going to hear them out. But in your focus, you've got the Hermit. So let's see what's going on there. Can I please get the Hermit in the focus, please? The Hermit in the focus for Aries. The Hermit in the focus for Aries, please. The Hermit. The Hermit. The Sun in reverse, Justice, and the High Priestess. So in one way you're like, aha, I knew it. I knew they'd come back around. They have, but at the moment you don't really trust it because it's not entirely clear what their intentions are, whether or not they're here to stay. You also don't really want to feel happy about it. You're going to allow yourself to feel happy about it, almost like how you won't allow yourself to believe that they're staying, that this is the case. You're just pretty much waiting for them to do whatever it is they did to you in the past to do it again. So you're trying not to have any kind of hope. You don't want any false hope. You want things to be real and you want them to be balanced this time. And you'll only move forward and progress with whoever this is, Aries, if it feels balanced to you and your intuition gives you the green light. Which is beautiful, Aries. That shows a lot of growth, a lot of healing. You're letting your intuition take the wheel on this one. But in the meantime, you're taking it slow. You're making sure that whenever you speak or interact with this energy, which feels really, really, really good, you want to make sure that it is for you long term, and that it's real. That's why we've got the Queen of Pentacles and not the Queen of Cups. I don't think you really need the Queen of Cups at this point. You've probably had Queen of Cups energy from them, because the Queen of Cups energy is all theoretical. It's emotions. It's how people feel. It's not what they do. It's not the results. It's not how they act. How they act is Wands. The results is Pentacles. And you've come up as a Queen of Pentacles. You want results out of this, but it seems that the energy attached to you also wants results out of this. They're also showing me the same energy as you. I'm serious, I'm here this time, I'm willing to invest in you. But they're also trying to take care of themselves. So if you were previously dealing with someone who was unhealed and didn't want to look at their own wounding or things like that, I think that they've changed in that respect. They're looking very, very steady, well rested. They've invested a lot in themselves. So there has been growth here on your person's energy and on your energy as well, Aries. And the communication is really nice. It's going really well. But you are holding part of yourself back because you don't want to fully invest until your intuition comes online and tells you that it's safe to do so. Which is very wise, Aries. Very, very wise. Do we want this deck for the crossing? I think we do. Okay. I think I'm going to do what I did before. The last time we did a Celtic cross, we did the monthlies. I just let the decks choose whoever. However, the Rider-Waites and the Art Nouveau seem to really like doing the crossing energy. But the pathway seems to change depending on the sign. Okay, can we please get the Seven of Swords in the pathway, please? This is the High Self-Advice. The Seven of Swords in the pathway, please, for Aries. Well, there's another card in here. This doesn't belong here, I think. Well, I thought I saw another card, maybe not. Oh, no, I did. There it is. Hang on a minute. Who's this? Or is it the wrong way around? Bear with me, Aries. Oh, no, it's just the wrong way around. We've got the Queen of Swords, where you've got the King on the table. She just kind of popped her head out randomly. So, yeah, I think this is a reciprocal back and forth conversation that you're having over what went down. And it appears very much out of nowhere. Okay, can I get the Seven of Swords, please? The Seven of Swords for Aries. The Tower. The Three of Wands pointing back to the past here. The Eight of Pentacles. You tried with this energy before. In fact, you actually made yourself a little bit vulnerable to them. You don't want to do that again. You opened up your energy. You became vulnerable to them. And then I don't know what they did. It's just Tower. It's just that vulnerability. It wasn't met. It wasn't reciprocated. In worst case scenario, it might have been attacked or ridiculed or something like that. I'm not saying that for all of you, but maybe for some of you. And he's just showing me, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. Even though there's a desire within you, Aries, to want to do that. At least you want to do that. You show me you want to do that with a partner. You're not sure whether or not to do it with this person because of what happened in the past. You don't want another Tower moment. You don't want that investment. So that Seven of Swords is, yeah, it is kind of a bit of a self-deception. But it's almost like you're deceiving this other person. You're appearing more closed off to them than you actually are. But it's self-protection. I don't blame you for that, Aries. I don't. Okay, can we get the Seven of Swords, please? And the energy that surrounds you and you might not be aware of it. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, please. Page of Wands. The Moon. And the Nine of Pentacles. I don't know what went down in the past, but you're so afraid of it happening again. Right, so you are, again, you're kind of a bit dissociated from the interaction, if I'm honest. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, it looks nice, but you're really struggling to get your emotions there. You're opening up a little bit, but not very much. You're not like, bam, doors wide open, yes, come back into my life. Not at all. You're showing almost enough interest so you can see where it goes and you can engage with them in some way, but you're not opening yourself up fully. You're being very, very self-defensive. I know this seems like a little bit like I'm repeating myself, but your energy is repeating itself. At every stage, it's just like, I'm opening a little bit. I'm going to open a little bit. I mean, something has to happen here, Aries. I need to tell you what's going on. I'm not seeing anything happening. I'm just seeing you almost locked in place and stuck on this conflict. One that happened, I believe, in the past. But your energy keeps throwing it back into the present. And I'm getting more your energy than this other person. I think this person is bringing it up. Yeah, they're coming across as though they understand these things need to be worked out. But it's almost like instead of it being brought up to talk about it productively to get over it, it's being brought up and causing more arguments. Now, I don't know if it's you bringing that up. I don't know if it's them bringing that up. You're just showing me that that's your concern at the moment. Whether or not it's happening or not, that's your concern. You don't want to cause more arguments. And there's also stuff in that past that you do not want to really look at because it's painful. So you're being heavily, heavily guarded on yourself at the moment. Now, whether or not you want to open up those wounds, I don't know who this person is to you. I don't know their place in your life. I don't know how much they meant to you. Quite a lot by the looks of it. They got the King of Cups there. I think if you weren't emotionally invested in them, then you were very much preparing yourself to be emotionally invested in them until something happened. Now, can I get the King of Pentacles, please? This is in the hopes and fears for things to study out. I kind of get that. Right, with the King of Pentacles and the hopes and fears, please. King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles and the hopes and fears. Oh my goodness, the Page of Pentacles, okay. The Ten of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. You are open and willing to see a way forwards through to heal with this other energy. You're willing to work on it. Only if, though, they add to your life and they don't subtract it. You show me that very clearly because you showed up as a Queen of Pentacles, but you hope to become the King. That's one up, right? Page of Pentacles is looking at what is it going to take to become the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is basically as secure as you can feel possibly in a connection. And then the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands shows me that you're like, even if there's some difficulty in getting there, you are willing to go on that journey. It can be scary. I totally get it. It makes sense why this would be in your hopes and fears, Aries, because sometimes when things actually work out, that can be scary because then we're like, oh no, what if we lose it? This is great. Don't go down that far down that road, Aries. I think that's the reason why you've got all this swords energy on the table. You're overthinking being hurt. But now this is where you've got to ask yourself, Aries, if it's something you can't let go of, is it something that you should enter? That might be what you're asking yourself, or at least throughout December. Looking at strategies about bringing this together, working through whatever went down, and overall coming out even better than where you started. Okay, let's cut that Eight of Swords. Oh, sorry, Aries. 1 second. Can I get the Eight of Swords for Aries, please? Can I get the Eight of Swords for Aries? The Eight of Swords for Aries, please. What's in that Eight of Swords for Aries? The Sun. I was in reverse there. The King of Swords. Wow, okay. So we're replaying the whole month here at the end of the month. There's that Queen of Swords. She came out earlier, do you remember? Yeah. Okay, an honest, deep and honest conversation is had between you and whoever this is. You reach something, quite an understanding of what's going on. However, you're still in that Eight of Swords energy. You're still in your head. I think you end up just replaying over and over the conversations that you have with this person or entity or opportunity or whoever or whatever this is. Doesn't quite land with you though. You won't let yourself believe it or let go to the process. You're still very much like, no, I need to be in control of this. I need to know what's going on. I need to hold my emotions down. I mean, it has only been a month, Aries. So, I mean, it's all happening through December. So for some of you, it might only be a couple of weeks from this ending to this ending to this ending, right? This outcome, should I say. So I'm not going to be too hard on you about that one, Aries, because I get it. It's kind of, you need more proof over a longer period of time, but you are open. You're open to communication. You're open to talking about it. You're open to coming to some kind of understanding. Something over the issue. Okay, I'm going to look at that first week of January for you and see what's going on here. You may also not have time. We're coming into a busy period. You might just be like, yeah, I'm with you. I'll talk to that later. Kind of a little bit like that, Aries, to be honest. You're like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, everything's been noted down. You put it in your head and you just want to kind of stew on it for a little while before doing anything. You just showed me, yeah, I'm on board, I'm with this, but I'm not actually going to do anything about it. Not for a little while. Well, let's have a look at the first week of December and see what's going on there then. Can I please see the first week of December for Aries, please? The first week of December for Aries. Whoop. If we can shuffle properly there, Aries. The first week of December for Aries, please. First week of December for Aries. First week of December for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. First week of December. First week of December, what am I talking about? First week of January. Sorry, Aries. First week of January. I was imagining the first week of January while I was shuffling. So I think Spirit gets the message. It knows. I mean, we are still in retrograde, which is my ruling planet, so my speech might be worse than usual, if you can imagine such a thing, Aries. Okay, can we please get that first week of January for Aries, please? Oh, 6 of Cups. So they're still with you the first week of January, okay. 10 of Wands reversed, nice. And then the 6 of Pentacles, oh, lovely. Okay, things are all right. Okay, I think this is you just kind of getting the Christmas period out of the way. Whoever or whatever this is pops up at a time that's not entirely convenient for you. So you're like, I can engage with this, but not right now. Yes, but not right now. Like, I'll still keep the line of communication open. So maybe you're texting them throughout the month, and then maybe you finally catch up with them properly first week of January. But that, again, makes sense. Busy time of year for everybody. But we're seeing here the 6 of Cups, which is the soul bond, soul connection, which you told me about here. We've got them down here. It seems that this process does happen. Where was it? Where were we? The Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, Page of Pentacles. When we were talking back here about actually putting a plan in motion to try and heal this and work through this together, and in theory you were open to it. Well, I think you actually do it, because your 10 of Wands is reversed in the first week of January, and then that leads very nicely and lovely to the 6 of Pentacles, which is equal give and take, equal investment, which is what both the queens here are after. Now, king, queen, we're not reading genders, these are energies. So yeah, that all looks sweet, Aries. I like it. I don't really know if we need to say much more on that. Equal give and take, reciprocity, healing starts to begin, some releasing starts to begin over this connection for you. The other person or energy or whatever, whoever this is you're dealing with, is right there beside you, going through the same process. They're healing as well. And yeah, it's kind of open, like, see how this goes. It seems to be going quite well. Can we please get some universal advice for Aries? Can we get some universal advice for my lovely Aries, please? Universal advice for Aries. Universal advice for Aries, please. Oh. Apparently not, Aries. We didn't want to shuffle. Of course we want to give you universal advice. So I'm going to leave the shuffling on this one. Right, can we just get some universal advice, please, for our lovely Aries? Oh, okay, straight out the gate. Yeah, Page of Vessels, Knight of Stones, 6 of Bows in reverse. Don't go too fast. Don't go quick. Don't feel too good too soon. It's not saying that because an ending's coming. It's just, this is all about pacing in the advice, to be honest. So we've got the Page of Vessels, which is the Page of Cups. That's smaller than the Knight, which you had over here. But you're like, right, okay. Just it's like you're almost keeping check of your emotions and letting the proof reveal itself, which you do. You've got the Knight of Stones, which is the Knight of Pentacles. That was the intention you showed me here in the Hopes and Fears, part of this planner healing, because the Knight of Pentacles is all about planning and being steady and being intentional. You won't invest until you can see the intention from the other side. Then we've got the Six of Bows reversed. I'm not getting anything negative off of that Six of Bows. That's the Six of Wands. You have the Six of Wands right here in this feel good energy. It means that as time goes on, it becomes less exciting and more settled. Somebody might be hiding some of their true emotions though, and I think they're doing that so they're on best behavior rather than they're trying to deceive you. I think they're just trying not to hope too much, think too much, because they don't really know what it is that you're going to do. I have a feeling whoever this is has returned to a very different Aries, so that Six of Wands reverse is a bit like, oh well, okay. If you're dealing with somebody who might be quite bold and out there, they're kind of shrinking in their energy a little bit for while this process is underway. But I don't think you need to be alarmed by that, because otherwise the universe is saying the plan you had over here that seems to work out so well in January, just let it unfold. Just let it unfold. Don't worry if you don't hear or see them for a day or two or whatever. I don't think it's anything sneaky. I think it's just both parties taking their time. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me here in the Zen Den, Aries. Lovely to have your energy here as always. And until next time, take care.